What's going on here? Stitched, hitched and ditched. Oh, what's this? 5 spice beef fried rice. That's quite nice. That looks quite nice. Yeah, quite good. Crossword. Oh, there's an article in there about Nick Nolds. Might be worth a read later. Crossword. Bloke from Westlife. Oh, now horoscopes. Here we go. Something you're good at before could be better the second time round. That could be. Meanwhile, your social life might get a little bit racy. Lucky you. And I was thinking about joining the bridge club in the village, but I'm not sure that's that racy. Oh, Darcy Bustle.
I'm the sum total of my ancestors. You know, I carry their DNA. We are representatives of a long line of people, and we cart them around everywhere. This long line of people that goes back to the beginning of time. And when we meet, they meet other lines of people. And we say, bring together the lines of men.
Oh, you're there. Thanks for turning up. It's been a while, so I thought I'd post something. Yeah, 2018's here. Can't believe we're nearly into April. It's going so fast. Hope you like the new backdrop. You know, sort of changed up a bit. The map was getting a bit dull, so no expense spared. £11.40. That's how much you mean to me. But yeah, so this year, plan to come back to the US with a bike. Plan to ride coast to coast this time, east to west. And I'm going to fly into New York, and the bike will come from Southampton and be delivered to Baltimore. I'll get the train down after doing the touristy thing in New York, because I've never been there. And then the idea is to plan a ride to go up north, so places like Ithaca, hopefully meet Robin, over to Yonkers, and then over the border into Canada to meet Big Bob. And then the idea will be go from there, ride down to sort of Detroit, through Chicago, and on down towards the west coast, going up to Newport to hopefully finally meet Marina and Steve after all these years, and then finally riding down the Pacific Coast Highway to somewhere in California. That's basically the gist of it. I'm waiting for the shippers at the moment. They are sort of dragging their feet with prices on getting the bike to Baltimore and getting it out from Long Beach. But it gives me time to plan sort of bits and pieces I want to do when I'm in the States. The bike itself, Lucille, she's in the garage. I just finished putting it back together again after having a lot of parts repainted after they were sort of went a bit rusty. And today, other than the MOT I had earlier this year, I took the bike out for its first ride, and got problems with my wrist, because obviously if you don't ride a bike, you might just have problems with the clutch hand. Really, I sort of had a bit of pain in there, so I'll have to sort that out. But yeah, the bike's all sort of ready to go really. Just a couple of modifications to do, like a tank bag and a couple of other things, put a tyre on, get it serviced, and she's good to go. So this is all I do now, sort of really sort of want to get back on the road. I miss it. I mean, I'm not going to be doing anything else, let's face it. I mean, I'm not going to get any gigs in Milan on the, you know, on the catwalks anymore. Those years have long gone since after that incident in '92. I'm not going to talk about. But yeah, so it's hopefully get out there somewhere late May, early June, out to somewhere like August time before I come back. But other than that, I'm like everybody else, I have to do the routine and do the day-to-day. So luckily I'm working in a really cool place called Diamond Light Source in Oxfordshire. I recommend you go and Google that. It's really interesting sort of things they do there. It's very scientific, but it's really interesting. But hopefully this year I get round to meeting a few people on the road. I'm planning to sort of visit those small communities over in the States, and I'd like to sort of meet up with a couple of local charities. That'd be really good, and hopefully we might drag along the local press, give it a bit of media coverage, that sort of thing. So nothing else to report really. So if you've got any questions, get in touch. If you want to start learning to ride a motorbike, you've always fancied it and you want my opinion, drop me a line. If you are stateside and you run a charity or know someone who runs a charity, who just want me, this fat idiot from Britain, to come over and visit you, let me know where you are. Maybe I can pencil you into the route. Just want to sort of meet different people really. So have a good rest of the weekend, and I hope this week ahead is good for you. For us it's a short week because we've got Easter bank holiday coming up. It's only 4 days this week and 4 days next week, and that's it. Apologies for my appearance. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm not 100%, but other than that, everything's fine, and I'll see you soon.